Matt Emmons is probably one of the better athletes that you've never heard of. And that's fair, because his sport is competitive riflery. In fact, when he was at the top of his game 15, 20 years ago, he was considered by many to be the Michael Jordan of competitive rifle sports, which is probably not a phrase that you were expecting to hear today, and that's okay. Matt was competing in the Olympics in Athens, Greece. In fact, he had already won a gold medal previously at an event in that same Olympics using a borrowed rifle. Somebody had broken into the locker room and sabotaged his gun. He borrowed somebody else's gun and won the gold medal. That gives you an idea of how good he is. And so in the 50-meter event, going into the final round, Matt had a pretty commanding lead. He needed to score a 7 or higher to guarantee the gold medal. No one else could catch him at that point, and he hadn't scored less than a 9 in any previous round. So he was cruising. And so he set up for his final shot. He went through his routine, controlled his breathing, he sighted through the scope, pulled the trigger. He watched the bullet pierce the innermost ring of the target. But the crowd didn't cheer, and Matt didn't win a gold medal that day. He didn't sing the national anthem. He finished 8th, because Matt had shot the target next to his. He'd shot the wrong target. And that's a story that we should care about when we're thinking about storytelling and when we're thinking about our hero. Because we can get everything right. We can have our product right, we can have our pitch right, we can have our presentation right, we can have all the pieces correct. And if we aim at the wrong target, the wrong hero, it can all go sideways. It's that important. So tomorrow I'm going to share an example of two companies that you've heard of, one of whom aimed at the right hero and one of whom aimed at the wrong, and how that small, nuanced decision made a really big difference in an industry that was just getting started.